the fondest memories that I have as a child is when my mother would relate cuentos or stories to us. Come Friday night, that was a fun time. And I remember as a little girl, I would wait next to the window until it was dark. And then my mother would take us to the land of make-believe. And I don't know why I never forgot the stories, but I'm glad that I didn't, because now I get a chance to share them. My name is Paulette Atencio, and I am a storyteller. One time I was doing storytelling, and all of a sudden I was into my story, and all of a sudden here comes the fire department. There was a fire, and they just opened the door, and they were running with all the hose, everything there, and I didn't. All the people were laughing and laughing because they thought it was part of my performance, until they said, get out, it's not a joke. It's But anyway, when I was young, that was my biggest fear. I was terrified that I was going to forget the stories. And as a child, and even older, I didn't really know how to read or write. We didn't have tape recorders. And so instead of playing with the children outside, most of the time I was worried. I had this fear that all those stories were going to be forgotten. I got an idea. I would start with one story, and I would pretend that story had to do with my relative. I would give him, okay, this story is about my uncle this and my aunt or my cousin. And so I had to make a connection like if it was familia. And that way I would not forget it. And then little by little, I just made little notes here and there. But it was repetition. Finally, my daughter, Maria Elena, she said, Mom, how come you don't put all those stories and have the book published? I said, oh, mijita, who would want to read my stories? And she said, well, we do. People always tell me, well, what I have to say is it's not important. I don't want to write a book. Who's going to want to read it? You know, as humans, we all have a story to say, and we have one to share. You would be surprised as to how many people would want to read your story or to hear it. And with this, I think it has to come from the heart. You have to be willing to take chances. This grant was a godsend, is all I can say. But I really want to say thank you to all of them and to our mayor for affording not only myself, but all the different artists the opportunity to once again open and take our talents into the communities near and far. This is the 5th book that I have published, and I hope that I have done justice to him. And because of the grant from the city of Albuquerque, the precinct would like to know if they offer me a grant, would I be willing to do a novel regarding this? Because there's still a lot of things that need to be said that I didn't say. I have so many things to be grateful for, because I never dreamt that there was a profession that would actually pay you to act silly, to dance, to make people laugh, to make them cry, and actually get paid for it. I could not, at the beginning I was so ashamed to charge, because I thought, how can I be charging? And finally they said, no, this is the amount you're going to charge. And I was like, whoa, no. But after a while you get used to it. But no, it is a wonderful, wonderful life. And I hope this is what being a storyteller is all about, bringing joy to the young, to the old. I love to see the elderly when I start to tell stories about the olden days. I can see them crying, and when I play the music and when I dance, they all get up and they start wanting to dance even from their wheelchairs. They get up and they move around, and you make friends forever. And someday when my life is over, I want to say, you know what? I had a good hell of a life. It was a wonderful ride.